Hello everyone. Welcome to our new session. Considering the suggestions we have received from a lot of you, we have come up with a session where we compare the top 2 EDR technologies in the market. That is, CrowdStrike and Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Let's get started. The 2 EDR technologies that we have selected for this session are leaders. So, it will be unfair to categorize them on personal opinions. For that we have referred to insights shared by analyst community belonging to the top 2 research houses, that is, Gartner and Forrester. As you see on the screen, both are leader in the EDR space per both Gartner and Forrester, and people often get confused while choosing one over the other. Let's discuss their strengths, weakness, and customer feedback now. Let's start with Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Microsoft is unique in the endpoint protection space, as it is the only vendor that can provide built-in endpoint protection capabilities tightly integrated with the OS. Windows Defender Antivirus is now a core component of all versions of the Windows 10 OS, and provides cloud-assisted attack protection. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, previously called Advanced Threat Protection, provides an EDR capability, monitoring, and reporting on Windows Defender Antivirus and Windows Defender Exploit Guard, vulnerability and configuration management, as well as advanced hardening tools. Its incident response console consolidates alerts and incident response activities across Microsoft Endpoint Defender, Office 365 Defender, Azure Defender, and Active Directory, as well as incorporates data sensitivity from Azure Information Protection. Microsoft is much more open to supporting heterogeneous environments, and has released endpoint protection capabilities for Mac. Linux is supported through partners, while native agents are on the roadmap. According to Forrester, Microsoft wins on features and native integration. Microsoft is a cash flush company, which has allowed it to build the most competitive product possible, without the small company pressure of driving growth and appeasing venture capitalists. The result is an elegant solution that does just a little bit more than competitor offerings. Little things, like having an undo button on the remediation page, are unique and reflect the thoughtfulness that has gone into developing this product. If there is criticism to be levied against the product, it's bundling the price into Microsoft's E5 licensing, which leaves clients unsure if they're underpaying or overpaying for the solution, and the lack of clarity in its licensing for non-Windows environments. As a cloud infrastructure company, Microsoft should be able to deliver the same product at a lower price point than competitors that have to pass infrastructure costs onto the end user, so this confusion should not exist. Security buyers should look for a shift to a more transparent licensing model as a signal to buy. This solution is an excellent choice for organizations, primarily running Windows due to the ease of deployment and management provided through native integration into the Windows 10 operating system. According to Gartner, strengths of Defender Endpoint includes: Defender provides malware protection using a range of techniques, including behavioral, emulation, script analysis, memory scanning, network monitoring signatures and heuristics on the client, along with cloud protection engines to detect newer malware. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint can work alongside some other vendors' EDR agents, or will step up to protect clients automatically if a third-party EDR engine fails, is out of date or is disabled. Microsoft Endpoint Defender combines advanced EDR functionality with management and monitoring of Exploit Guard, Defender and other Microsoft products, critically Active Directory, to enable a common alert and incident response console. It leverages Azure infrastructure to store 6 months of data at no extra charge. Microsoft has one of the better out-of-the-box SOAR capabilities, to integrate with Microsoft and partner products and to automate repetitive tasks. Conditional access rules enable a continuous adaptive risk and trust assessment architecture. Microsoft Defender adds threat and vulnerability management, attack surface reduction, such as hardware-based isolation, application control, network protection, and attack surface reduction rules, and threat analytics contextual threat intelligence reports. Microsoft Secure Score and vulnerability and configuration information provide weighted recommendations and actions to improve endpoint hardening, and compare the current posture with the industry and global peers for benchmarking. This score gives admins and CISOs an excellent understanding of the overall security posture relative to peers, and shows improvements over time. Microsoft recently launched a service called Microsoft Threat Experts to support customers' incident response and alert analysis. Some of the points listed under cautions by Gartner are: Defender Antivirus and Exploit Guard are included with all versions of Windows 10. However, most enterprise buyers will want Endpoint Defender to provide a competitive experience in EDR functions, such as attack visibility, reporting and threat hunting, as well as vulnerability management. It requires an E5 license. Microsoft licensing is difficult to navigate, and some customers report that E5 is more expensive than competitive EDR offerings. Although Endpoint Defender is available for Windows 7 and 8, Microsoft's solution doesn't provide full feature parity with the security capabilities of Windows 10. It is not available for Legacy XP and older. This will result in varying levels of protection in the organizations that have yet to fully migrate to Windows 10. EDR capabilities for Mac OS have not been released but are on the roadmap. Managing Microsoft's security configuration settings in group policy objects can be complex, especially for security teams that do not use System Center. Let's move on. Next on our list is CrowdStrike. It is one of the most consistent leaders of the pack. CrowdStrike also has been listed as a leader since past several years. CrowdStrike's cloud-native architecture provides an extensible platform that enables additional security services like IT hygiene, vulnerability assessment, and threat intelligence. Its App Store, the CrowdStrike Store, allows customers to acquire additional security functions, such as user and entity behavior analytics, and file integrity monitoring, through partners that exploit the same client and cloud management console. CrowdStrike has been a leader in the fusion of products and services, with very high adoption of the Falcon Overwatch service, which provides managed threat hunting, alerting, response and investigation assistance. CrowdStrike also offers the Falcon Complete service, which provides full managed detection and response, engagement consulting for incident response and a $1 million breach prevention warranty. In 2018, Dell and SecureWorks announced a strategic go-to-market alliance with CrowdStrike, and the company launched a very successful IPO, improving its overall viability. Organizations looking for a modern, cloud-native EDR-focused endpoint protection solution, with a range of managed services will find CrowdStrike very compelling. Different modules are listed on your screen. We have covered all these in detail in one of our videos. You can find that in description. Moving on. According to Forrester, CrowdStrike continues to lead on strategy and execution. It should come as no surprise that CrowdStrike Falcon is seldom purchased as a standalone product, since the company's adjacent services, such as threat hunting and cyber intelligence, are often the benchmark other client references use when describing capabilities they wish were available in their selected products. CrowdStrike has accomplished this by building service offerings designed to collect and enrich threat intelligence, and feeding it back into their product, an Overwatch service, to ensure they're detecting even the most bleeding-edge attacks. While clients rave about the detection capabilities CrowdStrike offers, it's not uncommon to hear from references and prospective customers that the Mac OS and Linux capabilities aren't quite on par. This is likely a state-of-the-market issue, as when clients leave, it's because something else was comparable and cheaper, as opposed to hearing the product has fallen behind competitors. Customers buy an EDR solution for its detection capabilities, and there simply are no other vendors in the space that have an intelligence organization of CrowdStrike's scale to enable the development and services to deliver that capability. Enterprises looking for strong detection capabilities, backed by threat intelligence and services, should consider CrowdStrike. According to Gartner, CrowdStrike strengths include: CrowdStrike continues to be one of the fastest growing and most innovative vendors in this research. It is rapidly taking market share in 176 countries, including numerous very large organizations with more than 100,000 seats. Gartner clients report simple and easy Falcon deployments, in part due to the cloud architecture. CrowdStrike Falcon's lightweight, single agent supports all environments, that is physical, virtual, and cloud, and functions with the same agent and management console for Falcon Prevent Protection and Falcon Insight EDR. CrowdStrike records most endpoint events, and sends all recorded data to its cloud for analysis and detection. Some prevention is done locally on the agent via a machine learning antivirus engine. Recent improvements include vulnerability detection, discovery for Amazon Web Services and for asset inventory, and security configuration for cloud assets. They also include real-time response and real-time query to enable remote commands on suspect machines, custom indicators of attack for detection and prevention, and blocking of driver-level ransomware attacks. Crowdstrike has also introduced Falcon for mobile to isolate corporate apps from unmanaged devices. Crowdstrike is the first endpoint security vendor in this research to provide firmware visibility and vulnerability detection, to reduce the risk of hardware-based attacks. It offers agents for a broad range of endpoints, and supports new Linux kernels in less than a week. It also added support for Oracle Linux and Amazon Linux. Some of the points listed under cautions by Gartner are: Crowdstrike does not have an integrated deployment solution, but it does work well with third-party tools. The full product is more expensive than other endpoint security solutions, but includes the Overwatch service and covers the costs of cloud data storage for EDR. Default cloud storage for full hunting and investigation data is very short, that is only 7 days. The MITRE ATT&CK matrix evaluation showed that Crowdstrike reported more detections with Overwatch than without, and some of those are delayed. The Crowdstrike and Splunk management interface is very capable, but it can be complicated. For example, searching requires the creation of scripts. The vendor does not offer a personal firewall, application control capabilities, configuration guidance, or patch management to improve hardening of endpoints, but it has plans to add them via the Crowdstrike store. Also, it does not have companion network security products. Crowdstrike does not offer an on-premises management console. Although it has enhanced client-based machine learning detection, and pushed more indicators of attack to the client to provide protection while offline, it still is not ideal for bandwidth-constrained or completely disconnected machines. I hope the video was useful. Please subscribe to stay on top of all the upcoming videos. Please email if you need a copy of this presentation.